The 3 laws of robotics. 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. 2. A robot must obey the orders given to it by the one possessing control of or authority except where such orders would conflict with the first law. 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Welcome back to Our Frame Games. My name is Kristen. We're here with Lucy, the eternity that she had wished for. Let's just get on with it. I unlocked the door. I unlocked the front door and into the house. As usual, I can sense someone's presence inside. Almost like a spidey sense. Almost like a laughter from a TV show that I just heard, that I hope it's not just me imagining things, because I haven't slept in I have not slept at all. So if I'm hearing things, that'd be the worst thing to hear. I hear a couple's voice coming from the television inside the living room. My father appears to have returned home early, which I don't quite know how I'm going to explain the fact that I have a robot or a girl. Which would be better to explain, "Hey Dad, I have a robot," or "Hey Dad, I found a girl." That laugh track is not helping me. It makes me feel uneasy. I effortlessly remove my shoes using only my feet. Come to think of it, I was always home alone. It's been this way ever since I'd grown old enough to take care of myself. Before that, we used to have a housekeeper watching over the place. However, that was only until I began middle school. From then on, I was always by myself. I would eat breakfast alone. I would eat dinner alone. The cycle would repeat endlessly. I don't even remember the last time all of us ate dinner together as a family. There's no such thing as a home-cooked meal in this household. I've eaten so many different kinds of instant foods in my life that I've come to memorize every product of every brand. My father puts his work before family, and my new mother follows my father everywhere to support him while practically ignoring me. This is my family. At this point, it feels out of place to see someone actually home. My father is on the couch watching television. You're back. He doesn't even turn around to face me. It implies that he's not in a good mood. Yes, Father, I am back. You're very late. I checked the time. It actually wasn't that late. There are times when I'd be back much later. I wonder if this man even knows how old I am. Where have you been wandering around for so long? Don't you know that you'll be in college soon? I don't bother replying. Says a guy who's never paid any attention to me. I think to myself, I don't get along too well with my father. Our relationship compares badly to other families, but that is to be expected. We've never spent much quality time together, going to the zoo, or playing soccer together. I don't have any of these fond memories that other kids my age probably have. My earliest memories are of my father's stern face. So it would be even more bizarre if we actually got along. As I stand in silence, the old man launches onto his next attack. Are you even listening to me? He still doesn't even bother looking at me. I've gotten used to minding my own business. we keep to our own devices. To solve any conflict within the family, you would normally need to sit down together and talk about it. But my father doesn't think there's any need for that. He thinks everything is fine the way it is. It'd be really painful to talk face to face with this man, though. I just stopped somewhere on the way home. Yeah. I'll just deal with our usual exchange. As long as I don't make him angry, that's good enough for me. I just need to maintain the peace between us. It's always been this way. As usual, I try my best not to rock the boat. I don't know what you kids are up to these days. But remember, that students like you should be studying. I'm saying this for your own sake. So stop hanging around with those brats who only care about having fun. You can't afford to lose sight of your main goal. Stay focused. I will be going to my room now. With that said, I try to make my escape. Our conversation would usually end about here. But Lucy, who'd been silent this time, decides to whisper something into my ear.
실례지만 주인님, 저분이 주인님의 아버님인가요?
Again, I wonder what is gonna be easier to explain to my father. The hard ass that he is. Hey, Dad, I got a robot. Hey, Dad, I have a schoolgirl with me. I hesitate whether I should tell her or not. In the end, I quickly whisper back. Yeah. Lucy taps on my shoulders.
주인님, 이제 내려주세요.
I am not a fan of this plan, Lucy. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. See what do you got? What do you got, Lucy? I have no choice but to grant her wish. Maybe Lucy's voice had caught him by surprise. Because my father finally turned to face me. He's wearing a bewildered look. Who's our guest? Why did you not tell me that there's a semi-scantily clad girl here? Oh, she's a robot. With a wild smile, Lucy grabs onto the edges of her skirt. Then she performs a flawless curtsy that would make a princess envious.
안녕하세요, 아버님. 다목적 용도로 제작된 안드로이드 루시 발렌타인이라고 합니다. 오늘부터 이 집에서 신세를 지게 되었으니 앞으로 잘 부탁드려요.
What? Oh, it's just a robot. His attitude changes completely. Honestly, it almost makes it sound like he was expecting a girl. Or hoping for a girl. The sharpness in his voice penetrates every part of my body. But Lucy doesn't seem to notice. Or rather, she's pretending not to. Or, being a robot, she doesn't have to respond. She continues with a smile.
청소, 빨래, 세탁, 요리. 어느 것이든 맡겨만 주세요. 루시는 일반 가정에서 필요로 하는 수많은 가정 일들을 프로 수준으로 능수능란하게 수행하는 것이 가능하답니다.
Oh, I'm sorry, but there's nothing we need from a robot in this family. I suggest that you go look for somewhere else to stay.
에템, 실례되는 말씀입니다만 아버님. 루시가 할 수 있는 일은 생각하시는 것보다 훨씬 다양하답니다.
Kinda looks like my father is gonna pick up and throw a robot out into the streets. Though, that is just my interpretation of what it looks like. We shall see if that is right. Hopefully I'm wrong. This is not looking good. Meanwhile, Lucy continues to ramble on, completely oblivious to what is about to happen.
앞서 말했던 부분 이외에도 아버님께서 걱정하시는 부분인 아드님을 위한 여러 교육적인 지도 및 편달도 가능하답니다. 물론 더할 나위 없이 우수한 교사들의 교육법들만 엄선해서 참고하고 있기도 하고요.
She's talking as if she's about to become my personal tutor.
그 외에도 유용한 기능이 많답니다. 재봉일이라든지 알뜰한 살림을 위한 가계부 정리라든지
This is where things are going to start to be a little strained. Now, as a reminder, I don't know anything about these games. I go into them blind. So things that happen and things that may happen, I honestly do not know about. I can, however, read between the lines and follow most story structures. So I will suggest those listening and those following along, be prepared. Just where did you get this piece of junk? Get it out of my sight! His angry outburst is as sudden as it is intense. It catches Lucy off guard. She stumbles backward in alarm. No surprises here. I saw all of this coming from a mile away. It's a present from a friend. I lie instinctively because I don't know. If I honestly tell him that I'd found her in the trash, he'd definitely force me to take her back there. I'll just say I got her from Dr. Gears. My father knows his manners. There's no way he'll make me throw away a present. Ha! Really? You haven't stopped being a troublemaker since you were little. What have I always told you? Robots are ruining society. Did you forget about all that? Huh? Well, my father has always been like this. Robots are becoming increasingly more common. They're gradually making their way into our daily lives. But my parents consider them as intruders, infiltrating human society. They're unable to catch up with the shift in technology, whilst they refuse to let go of their traditional ways. They simply refuse to coexist with robots. That being said, okay, what is actually going on here? Because at the beginning of the game, 3 hours ago, my character hated all robots and stuff. He followed the family's tradition of just hating robots. Spend a half an afternoon with Lucy, and all of a sudden, I am the foremost vanguard of pursuing technology. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Lucy, she's adorable. But, I mean, you can't say that your parents refuse to coexist with robots when you yourself kind of thought the same way yesterday. Now, you can say you had a change of heart, but, you know, it's kind of a sudden shift there. Thanks to that, I grew up hearing nothing but bad things about robots. But what's wrong with keeping one around the house? What's wrong, you ask? I've read that most families own androids nowadays. Why can't we keep one around for convenience? I've clearly added fuel to the fire, because I honestly don't know what I'm talking about. Convenience? Think about the type of people that care about convenience. Convenience makes us lazy. And when we're lazy, our minds don't work properly. Convenience makes our minds weak. It's obvious how they'll live the rest of their lives. Without realizing that they're hopelessly lazy, they'll just end up living a meaningless existence. Like that, I'm not even like 5 minutes late, but okay, fine. I've already lost count of the time, how many times I've heard this from him. Today's lecture is Variant B. It goes from A to Z, by the way. I mean, I am waiting for the day he gets to double A, but I mean, we're going with the tried and true variant B today. Honestly, I'm sick of this. I just want to wrap up this conversation so I can leave as soon as possible. Look, I've accepted it already, so we should keep it. I'm the one who's going to be using it, so why do you care? And who's the one going to pay for the electricity? Who taught you to be so selfish? I'm starting to reach my limit. Also, apparently my heartbeat is coming through the speakers. I just want to leave. Look, then I'll pay for it. I can get a part-time job. A job? You're gonna get a job. You're going to work when you should be studying. Yeah. Do you even realize how important this phases of your life is? 3 years in high school could decide the rest of your future. With whose permission are you planning to work? Kids like you should be studying. Just keep your mouth shut and study. Look, well, I'll pay you back when I grow up. So you can leave me alone, okay? Fuck you. Got it. Haha. Yes, I know he's shouting. No, I don't want to shout. It's too early in the morning for me to shout. Just imagine I screamed that at the top of my lungs. His eyes widen in shock. How do you scream without screaming? Well, honestly, that's to be expected. I've never raised my voice in front of my parents before. Can't do this, you can't do that. Then just what the heck do you expect me to do? I'm so furious that I almost feel steam rising from my head. At the same time, my father's eyes quickly narrow and begin to burn with rage. Ow. Time slows down and I'm left struggling to process what has just happened. I stand in place, holding my sword cheek as I stare at my father in shock. Not knowing what to do, Lucy is fidgeting non-stop. Because, well, Lucy Mode Alpha Strike has not currently been implemented, so she cannot murder my father. Just where did you learn to be so stubborn? I've never raised you this way. Shocked and humiliated, I can no longer calm my fiery soul. As I say in a calm and soothing voice because yeah. I turn around and stomp towards my room. I pull Lucy along with me.
주인님?
Hesitating, Lucy eventually makes a short bow to my father and trails along. Behind me, I hear my father yelling. Wah, 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 wah. But I shut it all out as my blind rage is nearly overpowering. Wah, 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 wah. Entering my room, I lock the door behind me. I hear my father yelling as he continues banging on my door for a while. I'm not sure how many minutes have gone by. Feels like an eternity. Even if I block my ears, I can still sense the floor shaking. I curl up my body and wait for a moment to pass.